It's a thing. You can join it on Facebook. So we'll give you a little bit more information on that. But this is what you want to dive into if you want to be part of our book club, or you know what, if you just want to read two beautifully written, happy, heartwarming books. Sophie Cousens, Just Haven't Met You Yet. That's the other book, and This Time Next Year. You're getting both of those titles, and the feature price $24.99, $8.33 on those easy pays, 3 of them. And here are the 2 titles that you're getting. We're going to talk to Sophie about both of them. That item number H245516. You're reserving yours. They will ship to you on November 9th. From New York Times bestselling author Sophie Cousens, who is joining us live from the UK right now. Good morning, or good afternoon, Sophie.
Hi, how are you?
I am so excited to be here with you. I am such a fan of yours, and I am thrilled that we are offering this dynamic duo of novels here to our QVC and QVC2 audiences. You were a television producer for 12 years, turned author. How did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, this is taking me back. This, like, being on TV, being live.
You fit right in.
Yeah, I did this for 12 years, so it was kind of like, oh, like being back in my old job. Yeah, so basically, I worked in TV for 12 years. I worked on shows like Graham Norton's show for the BBC. It was lots of fun. But then we moved to this little island called Jersey in the Channel Islands. And sadly, they don't really make much TV there. So I thought it was time to pursue my childhood dream of becoming an author.
Oh, fantastic. And of course, that dream clearly came true. Let's talk about both of the titles. And then I have about a million or maybe a zillion more questions for you because I want to hear all of it. All right. So first and foremost, let's talk about what I have right here. This Time Next Year. This was your debut novel.
That's right. Yeah. So This Time Next Year is a romantic comedy set all around New Year's Eve. And it's about a guy and a girl called Quinn and Minnie, who are both born on New Year's Day in the same hospital, just 1 minute apart. And they basically reconnect 30 years later, and you see what a huge difference that 1 minute made to both of their lives. And if you like stories about fate and love and friendship and family, I think you're going to love this one.
Yes, this one, I have read this one, and this is, again, you have such a beautiful way of bringing the characters to life and creating that experience, and really that, like, kind of I just can't put it down that we love about wonderful books. I mean, really, to me, that's what a great author is, someone who just transports you to a different world, and you just want to stay there as long as you possibly can. Also in the back, I have to say, I love how you give us a couple recipes. Steak Gyllenhaal pie, which is really, really cute. There's also chick Jagger pie. Really, really fun. And I just, again, I love the nod to pop culture there with this one. But also, your latest book, that's the one that you'll be getting in addition to this, Just Haven't Met You Yet. I love the premise of this one. Sophie, tell us about it.
Okay, so this one, Just Haven't Met You Yet, it's got more of a summery vibe to it. It is basically all about hopeless romantic Laura, who goes on a work trip to the Channel Islands, which is where I live, and she picks up the wrong suitcase at the airport. And when she looks inside the case at her hotel, she sees in the contents everything she's been looking for in a man, and she decides, oh my God, this case is owned by my soulmate. So she sets out to find him. It's lots of fun.
I'm actually like getting goosebumps reading it. I just love those twists of fate moments, and you present them so beautifully. So okay, my question for you, I gotta ask, what is the most rewarding or gratifying thing about being an author? Because I know it's a totally different world from television, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it was kind of an accident that I got to become a writer, and I was so excited to sort of be able to spend time writing stories. But then one of the most surprising things has been just getting emails and messages from readers just telling me how much, you know, they've really enjoyed my books. The books have got them out of a reading slump. They perhaps haven't made time in their lives to read up till now, and that, you know, my books have got very short chapters. They're very easy to read. They're page turners. And to get those kind of messages from people has just been fantastic.
And then also, I mean, how do you, like, your stories, where do they come from? Like, do you wake up after sleeping and you say, I have a dream, I've got to write this down? Are they tied to your personal experiences? Where does that creativity come from?
Well, with Just Haven't Met You Yet, that was a very personal inspiration actually. We had some friends come and visit us in Jersey, and the guy did actually pick up the wrong suitcase at the airport. And when he looked inside, you know, he could tell quite a lot about the person who takes
I bet now every time I pack, I'm going to think about that.
Yeah, I know. And obviously the girl whose case he had packed like sexy underwear.
Right?
They
That's
maybe
exactly
were
what I
on
was
a bit of
thinking.
a, like, yeah, racy weekend. Whereas his case, it was full of like diapers and like baby toys because he was here with his family. And that just got me thinking, right, like that would be an amazing like meet cute story for how you met your other half.
And I also, I got a little note that the earrings you're wearing, and it's funny because I can't totally see them, but I'm looking close. They happen to be the cover of your new book. That is so cool.
Yeah, yeah. So I got some as a gift from my sister for my last book, and I love them so much. Every book I publish, I have to get the earrings made. And so then whenever I'm talking about my book, I wear the right earrings. So yeah, no, I love them.
Television producer, author, jewelry designer, I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. But from Sophie Cousens, she is a New York Times best-selling author. You're getting 2 of her books, her first and her newest. Just Haven't Met You Yet, that's the new one. This time next year, that came out in 2020. You're reserving your duo. This will ship to you on November 9th. $24.99 is our featured price. 3 easy pays gets these home to you for $8.33. Again, true romantic comedies with wonderful characters, drawing you in. You're just gonna keep turning the page. It's one of those books, Sophie, for sure, again, because I've read your first one, where you're in kind of a corner, you're all cozied up under a blanket, and if anyone even comes in, you're like, I can't hear you, I can't talk to you, I'm in my own little happy bubble right now, don't bother me. And that's really, I think, what your books, your stories do as such a successful author. You take us somewhere else. It's an escape.
I mean, I think for me, I love that feeling of being just so into a book that you just don't want to put it down. And I think that we don't make enough time for ourselves to read. You know, it's a real kind of way to look after yourself and treat yourself. At the end of the day, you know, run a bath or cozy up with a blanket and just, you know, pick up a book that's going to transport you to another world.
Oh, I love that. Now, how long does it take you to kind of come up with the idea and then execute the book? Because I'm sure you're already like way deep or almost done with your next one, I'm guessing.
Well, funnily enough, so among writers, you fall into like 2 categories. So either you're a planner or you're a pantser. So a planner like plots everything out like chapter by chapter, and a pantser just does everything a little by the seat of their pants.
I was trying to understand pantser. I was like, that term, by the seat of your pants, hence pantser. And I'm guessing that's you.
Well, I'm somewhere in between.
Okay.
So I tend to like fly by the seat of my pants and think what inspires me and what themes I want to discuss and where the story takes me. And then I have to go back and do a little planning to make it all fit and make it all work and, you know, the pacing come together.
And the characters, I mean, I love Minnie and Quinn. I love the names. Where do you come up with the names? Are they people you know, or are they just names that you always thought, gosh, this is a really cool name?
So in This Time Next Year, the names are very relevant actually, because it's all about Minnie Cooper, whose parents called her Minnie Cooper without really cottoning on that it's like a car's name. And so she's been teased her whole life about having this name, Minnie Cooper. And she was supposed to be called Quinn, but her mum made friends with Quinn's mum in the hospital. And it's kind of a complicated story, but she didn't end up with the name that she wanted. And that's kind of a big part of the story, is kind of how much your name affects you.
And until, of course, she meets her soulmate, who had the name that she should have had. Anyway, see, again, big tease right there. You got to get the books home to read them. All right, from part of QVC's brand new book club, from Sophie Cousens, who we're talking to right now, Just Haven't Met You Yet, and this time next year, you're getting both of her books. $24.99 is that feature price, $8.33. Make sure to reserve yours now. They will ship to you the week of November 9th. And oh my gosh, you're going to be like, Are they here yet? Are they here yet? Because they are good and juicy and fun. Sophie Cousens, what a true joy talking to you. Love your earrings. And again, I can't wait to see what you have in store for us next.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, all you have to do is hop on over to QVC.com and search, guess what? Book Club. You can find out all the details to join our book club on Facebook. And again, these